Well, what can I say? Less than a year after breaking out to $10, SoundHound has now re-emerged with a vengeance, cutting through prior highs like a knife through butter. In this video, I want to talk about Thursday's historic move for SoundHound and then a news announcement that added fuel to the fire, followed by my new price target for SoundHound AI stock. As always, this is not financial advice and it's for entertainment purposes only. So in the last few videos, I talked about how this impending breakout was going to unfold in two ways, either a breakout with a retracement or a breakout without. To be honest, we got a small retracement on Monday and Tuesday, but I mean the buying has been so strong since then that the price has simply exploded to the upside. With the short float last seen at around 26%, I think the rally over the last couple of days was probably fueled by a combination of short covering and frenzied buying. Now, when it comes to the intraday price action, we see tremendous buying straight off the bat, and the buying was sustained for most of the morning before stabilizing somewhat in the afternoon. This is opposite to what usually happens with SoundHound stock, which is that it gaps up at the open only to sell off throughout the day and finish without making much progress. So the last few days signal a positive shift in the way that this stock is trading. If we zoom out to the weekly chart, we can see the breakout in all its glory. One of my favorite trading aphorisms is the bigger the base, the bigger the breakout. After the initial breakout in February, there was a sharp retracement and the stock began consolidating thereafter. At the time, I thought the consolidation would last just 3 months. Little did I know it would actually take well over 7 months before the stock could mount a decent rally. So having the patience to hold through such a long consolidation has really paid off for those still holding. Now, before we move on to where the price may be headed, I want to mention a piece of news that SoundHound released yesterday, and it is that they signed up a new restaurant customer called Torchy's Tacos. Now, I got to admit, I'd never heard of these guys before, but from what I've seen online, I actually want to go there and try out the food. So the company sells tacos at 130 stores across 15 states. 130 stores isn't that much, especially compared to brands like Chipotle, which is over 3,000, but it's a win nonetheless. SoundHound will be providing voice AI for Torchy Tacos ordering system, which will take 100% of incoming calls. Yeah, that's right. SoundHound's going to take 100% of all incoming calls. That's a pretty big leap of faith by Torchy's, and it's a testament to how reliable SoundHound's voice AI is. By the way, if you've seen the size of the menu, I think everyone is actually better off letting AI receive all the orders. I mean, look at all these items. The menu is enormous. Have you tried Torchy's Tacos? If so, how's the food? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, did this piece of news cause the 30% rally on Thursday? Well, it was a good announcement, but I mean, due to the size of the customer and them having only 130 stores, I doubt it's going to be significantly material. So therefore, I reckon the rally was going to happen regardless, and this piece of news simply gave it more fuel, in my opinion. Because let's face it, if you've been watching the charts and watching my videos, then you would know that SoundHound had been gearing up for this move already. Speaking of charts, let's go back to them, and I will now share with you a few pathways that the share price may take over the next few weeks, followed by my new price target. So I think $15 can be reached over the next few trading sessions as long as the broader market doesn't crash. However, after such a sharp move up, I actually want to see the stock pause and consolidate for a little bit before moving higher again. This is because the stock is now starting to move upwards on a parabolic trajectory, which sounds great, but it actually attracts the wrong type of crowd, namely speculators and day traders who just want to double their money and run for the hills. Now, this is also going to cause investors to actually want to sell their holdings in order to protect their profits, which is fair enough. Quite often this leads to the dreaded round trip movement where the price goes up exponentially and crashes even faster. A prime example of this is GameStop at the height of the meme stock frenzy in early 2021. The stock went from $5 to $120 in just 2 weeks. Clearly, if you timed the top, you would have made a fortune, but that's easier said than done. And to be honest, I simply don't want to ride that emotional roller coaster. Selling is hard enough as it is, let alone timing it to perfection which could mean the difference between a 300% gain or a 600% gain. So coming back to SoundHound, I would like to see the stock sort of consolidate for a bit, even for a little bit, in the $15 to $13 range, just to allow it to digest its gains over the past few weeks. Let's not forget SoundHound went from $5 at the beginning of November to over $13 just 5 weeks later. That in itself is a huge move. But what if we actually get a retracement? Let's say the stock falls on Friday. In my opinion, that will put the brakes on the rally, and I actually think that would be a good thing for investors because it'll modulate the movement of the share price, meaning it'll prevent the price from getting out of control and becoming too volatile. So that's another scenario. But what if the stock just keeps going up? Well, in that case, things get dicey for everyone. For instance, if the share price goes up to $18 without pause, it would indicate an exponential or parabolic move in the price. This is dangerous because it means the stock could crash at any moment. For me personally, if we get to $18 either on Friday or even sometime next week, I would seriously consider taking some profits, especially if the broader market begins to look weak. Don't get me wrong, I'm still holding SoundHound as a long-term investment, but if things start to get a little out of hand, I'm going to take some chips off the table. So those are the likely scenarios for the next week or two. I think eventually we will get to $18. So with that in mind, I am now upgrading my price target from $12, which we just obliterated, to $18. Do you think we'll get there soon? Let me know in the comments below. And also, are you a trader or an investor in SoundHound stock? It'll be interesting to know the dispersion of the shareholders. And also, please hit the like and subscribe button for more SoundHound videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.